A one-on-one conversation with Governor Mike Braun, who stopped by our studios just a few hours ago. I sat with him and we talked about a lot. It was a wide-ranging interview. This included talk about immigration and the recent conversation surrounding President Trump's move to bring in the National Guard to certain states. The Speedway Slammer, it's been making the news. Can you give us any update about that, and why do you think that's necessary in this moment right now when there are so many issues happening around the nation?
Well, I think the biggest issue I think that was litigated in the last election was open borders. And you can see that it took no legislative change. It just took a different approach. So we went from 10 million plus illegal crossings in Biden's term, give or take. They were at the lowest level before he took office. And I think the current administration made that issue number one, and it's completely shut off illegal immigration. I think to get to the more complicated parts of how do you fix that, you got to have a secure border. So I think anyone that's come into the country illegally, committed a crime after that, that's my focus, and we will help, accommodate ICE in our own state to make sure those individuals are not able to be here. They need to go back.
Last follow up on that. Do you see the National Guard ever coming to the Hoosier State?
I think the Hoosier State is probably in pretty good shape. I feel confident with our own state police, our own law enforcement, that we can handle what needs to be done. Indianapolis sometimes has, had to send the state police in there the weekend of 4th of July. It was like the shootout at the OK Corral. Had we not done that, it could have been worse. I did preemptively when the WNBA weekend was there, because we didn't want that blemish, for a big weekend like that, and everything was smooth. I'm hoping to work with that jurisdiction to make sure they do more within the jurisdiction of Indianapolis to keep that kind of stuff out of the headlines.
The governor also making some news about redistricting as well in the state of Indiana, saying, look, he is prepared to call a special session in November regarding the redrawing of lines in Indiana. An important note here, this usually only happens after every census, so every 10 years. This move would make it 5 years sooner. You can see that part of my conversation, WNDU.com, after the show.